Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how within 30 minutes, while I was trading live with the Learn Plan Profit team, I was able to make a little bit over $500. I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I am looking at. I'm using the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. It's a free platform that you can set up yourself if it's something that you see value in. Altogether on the day, I'm going to show you, I'm up $624. The $58, I literally just took the position, but it's the DGAS position that I'm going to be talking about. That's $566, which is what I made when I was trading with the LPP team, which is my Learn Plan Profit team. They will get to watch me trade live every single day. If you want to check it out, I think it's the second link in the description. If you would like to work with me on a closer basis, I'm going to have to change this real quick. Give me 1 second. Shoot, don't think I'm going to get filled. Here we go. No. Missed that one. I'm just going to sell and lock in profits on this. Here we go. Give me 1 quick second, team. I do apologize for the inconvenience. Here we go. All right, 102, not bad. I literally just took the position and it's still pushing up. Congrats to all those that were able to do well with that one. Yeah, it's still absolutely killing it. Freaking crap. That would have been a nice little push. That was okay. I'm gonna wait and set my alert for a pullback, but let's see where we're at for the day. As of right now, I'm up $668. Again, we're going to talk about that DGAS position. And the biggest lesson that we talked about in the Learn Plan Profit live stream today was the ability to understand opportunity cost and why that's so important. You guys know that I have 3 rules when it comes down to investing. They're like best practices. They're not rules, they're not secrets, they're not strategies, nothing like that. They're just best practices that I like to focus when it comes down to investing. The first one is patterns, making sure that you understand the pattern of what it is that you are about to trade or invest in. The second thing is direction. If I want to grow my account, I want to make sure that the direction of what it is that I'm investing in is showing signs of growth. And I understood that, right? So natural gas, one of the things that I've been trading very often is that natural gas, I understood that the direction on the 5-day, 5-minute chart was pretty much a downtrend, right? It was showing signs of a downtrend and stuff like that. The SMA line, you could see that overall it's been making lower lows and lower highs and stuff like that. So one of the things that I saw during pre-market hours was that, holy moly, natural gas is killing it. But that natural gas this is where it closed at on Monday, then it was Christmas. And then it pushed up as of like yesterday, right? During extended hours, it pushed up to almost highs of 3.60. That's good for natural gas. That means that you guys would have opened up green. But then guess what happened? It broke below the middle VWAP and it started to change directions. It started to sell off. So it started to sell off, started to make lower lows, but then right around 7 o'clock during pre-market hours, it broke above the SMA line. That's the screen line that you see here, and its direction changed. It no longer, again, was trending down. It started trending up. It started making higher highs. It started, consolidating at the middle VWAP, and then it broke above that and continued to make higher highs, leading up to the break above 730. I was literally about to take a position on ticker symbol UGAS. Why wouldn't I, right? So I understand the pattern. It's trading between the middle and top VWAP. That's signs of growth. It's actively making higher highs and higher lows. I like the direction, right? And then the last question, opportunity costs. I saw that we were right around like $64 to $65. And one of the things that I reminded myself was the understanding that like right now, UGAS is pushing up. And trust me, there's two sides to this. One of the biggest mistakes, and I'm talking out of my experience, I'm speaking out of experience, that one of the biggest mistakes that I would make when I was first getting started, and I still make it from time to time, is something is trending up. I like the pattern of how something is actively trending up, and I'm not in it already, but I almost have like FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. It pushes up, pushes up, pushes up, and it gets to a point where I'm just like, I really want to get in, but then I remind myself, I'm just thinking about all the positives of why you guys can make me money. But I'm not thinking about some of the negatives. And what are some of the negatives? It's super overbought, super overextended. The MACD is already, indicating a potential reversal. The margin of profit that it has left to cover, like what's the opportunity cost? Does the margin of profit outweigh the margin of loss? And then I revisit the idea of like, well, let me understand and revisit the direction again, because if I go back on the 20-day 1 hour, this is a downtrend pattern. So if I buy at that high price point, I might be buying at the very peak. And is that something that I want to do? Do I want to buy at the very top because I have FOMO, because I have the fear of missing out on more profit? But guess what? I don't even know where I'm necessarily going to sell, because what, am I going to sell at the previous resistance at like $70 or here at like, $69? Like it's unclear. And then I revisit the idea of like, okay, well, let me see if the opportunity cost is worth it. The margin of profit, okay, 3%. The margin of loss is about 10%. And then I could write that down on a piece of paper. What does that correlate on over to like the dollar value? Let's say your position size is $5,000. What's 3% of $5,000? About like $150 if I'm not mistaken, right? What's 10% of $5,000? $500. A $500 loss in comparison to a $150 profit. Is that worth it? No. So then why would you take that position? Emotions, the fear of missing out, just so like wrapped around the idea that this thing is going to continue to push up when there's no indication, when its overall direction for the day is against it. Like, yes, it is actively trending up just like it was right now, and this thing can continue to push up. Trust me, I know that. But then asking yourself, I'm here to invest for the future, not for today. So is this the best investment that I can take advantage of right now? And then we get down to the very basic of the idea of reminding ourselves. Remember that we give that analogy of an iPhone, right? A lot of us have gone through that like whole phase of buying and selling stuff like on Craigslist, on OfferUp, online when it comes down to like buying phones and selling them. I don't know, I've done that, right? And I think a perfect example that a lot of us can relate to is like buying UGAS above $64, hoping that it can continue to push up, is like buying an iPhone for $495 that sells for $500. The margin of profit like might not even be worth it, especially if something's wrong with the phone. Then we might actually lose money, right? Same thing with something that's overbought. What about when an iPhone is selling for $100 and it's worth $500? You build that gap, that margin of profit. And that's exactly what I did. I waited. I was about to take a position. Then I was like, hey, it's really overbought. I'm actually just going to wait for this thing to confirm a downtrend. And that's exactly what I did. And when this thing sold off, I took my position on DGAS, and DGAS began to show signs of an uptrend. And that's how I was able to make this money, right? That's how I was able to make the $566. And then when UGAS built a decent enough margin of profit and then started to consolidate, and the pattern was there. So it sold off, it consolidated, it broke above the EMA line, it confirmed an uptrend. I bought 100 shares, which wasn't that much, but $6,000, and I made $100. $102. Not bad. I wanted to add more. I didn't get filled. That was because of the video, but it's all good. I'm still happy. I still achieved my daily goal of the $500. I'm up a total of $668. I'm super blessed. But again, why is that? I understand patterns, directions, and opportunity costs. And there's a reason for everything it is that I do. That simple. And that's all this video is about. So I just wanted to remind you guys how important it is to focus on patterns, focus on directions, and just to make sure that you remind yourself every single time that you're about to take a position that don't just think about the positives, think about what can go wrong as well and outweigh it. See if the pros outweigh the cons. And if they don't, then revisit it. Is this something that's actually going to benefit your future? Is it worth the risk? Is it worth the idea of potentially getting discouraged to ever invest in the stock market again? That's only something that you could answer. And again, I'm just here to remind you about that. So again, thank you guys again so much for your time. I want to give a huge shout out to all the people that are part of Learn, Plan, Profit for watching me trade live this morning. And again, if you would like to watch me trade live every single day, be sure to click that second link in the description to learn a little bit more on how we can work on a much closer basis. Be sure to join our free Facebook group. We're the largest one out there with over 178,000 members. We're the largest YouTube channel for those who invest in the stock market with over 451,000 subscribers. On top of that, if you guys want to be flown out, all expenses paid by me to hang out with me and the TechBuds team for 2 days. I do want to let you know that either if you're part of Learn, Plan, Profit or not, it's actually anybody. All you have to do is click that first link down below to enter the giveaway. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to me on YouTube, and like refer your friend and stuff like that to the giveaway, and that's it. And then it doesn't cost you any money, and I will fly you out as long as you're within the United States to spend 2 days with us, all expenses paid, and that's going to be shortly after the New Year. So thank you guys again for your time. I really hope that this video benefited you. I didn't want to just talk about my profits, but what actually led and what was my positive catalyst for my success today. I hope that that's something that you guys can take to heart and can really act as a positive catalyst for your success as well. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. I hope I earned your thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed already, would really appreciate it. But most importantly, I hope you guys end 2018 on a green note. Take it easy, team.